How $500 and an idea became an international brand. Honestly, it wasn't easy. I had was an amazing idea, which I believed was great, and a mission to make a difference, to make a change to what the clothing industry had to offer. And along the line, I went through a lot of issues like any new business owner would. And I figured that if you are planning to start a business, then maybe I could share everything that I went through so you wouldn't have to deal with all the problems that I faced. Hi, I'm Jaya Iyer. I'm the founder of Swaha USA, a clothing brand that makes clothing based on science, technology, engineering, art, and math themed designs. I'm proud to say that today, this year is going to be our 11th year of being in business. And it has been quite an uphill journey, but there is no better satisfaction than running a business and making it grow. So, here are some of the things that I would like all of you to make a note on so that you don't have to deal with many of the problems that I had to deal with. The first one, have an idea. Yes, you have to have an idea that is unique, different, and of course, something that resonates with more people. For example, I had an idea where I wanted to make dresses for girls that would be different, that would not be gender stereotypical, right? Like princesses and ponies and butterflies for girls and cars and fighter jets for boys. So, as a mother, I felt that that was not okay, but not everybody feels that way, right? So, I had to make sure that I was not the only one feeling that way, and there were other parents. So, I had to make sure that I had an idea that other people also cared about. And Kickstarter was a great way to do that. And I can give you more details about it another time. But first point again is have an idea that other people are equally interested in or would want to make that purchase. Part two, website. Now, you can make the best product, but if you don't have a great functioning website where it's easy for people to shop, the navigation is easy, you're not going to be able to sell the product because people are going to get tired. Nobody has patience anymore. Everybody wants everything in within 5 seconds after they click. So I had that issue because I started the website on a platform which, I didn't want to invest too much money. So I had a friend develop it and it did not go very well. And the minute I switched our store to Shopify platform, it was a game changer. Suddenly, I saw a huge improvement. I saw a lot more people coming to the website and checking out, and just the whole revenue completely changed after we moved to Shopify. So that's point number two. Very important to have a great website. Number three, a trustworthy supplier. Yes, when you are starting out, it is very difficult to find people who will want to spend the time and energy in going through the whole development of products that you have to go through, right? Because the first time I created a dress, it did not turn out great. The fit was off, everything about it was wrong. So, but the factory that I was working with was very patient, was willing to go over and make many changes till we got to the dress that fit perfectly. So you really need to find someone like that, a good partner, a good factory that is willing to work with you and make all the changes, right? The fourth thing is a good team. Yes, you don't start off with a good team or a team, right? Most of the entrepreneurs start off alone or with maybe one other partner, but you have to realize that being an entrepreneur is a very lonely job because nobody understands what you are going through, nobody understands the challenges. So you have to learn things yourself, or you have to join a community of entrepreneurs. So I think that it is very important to have one other person who can be your sounding board, somebody who sits and just listens to, sometimes maybe just listen to you complain, or somebody else who's also running a business who will probably understand everything that you're going through. So it is very important to have that one other person. Um, Again, need not be involved with the business, but just somebody. So at any point when you have any self-doubt whether you're doing something that's right or not, it is very important to have one other person who can just hear you out. Even although today I have a much bigger team than when I started off 10 years ago, I still talk to people just to get somebody to listen to you and tell you that yes, what you're doing is fine, to encourage you, to make you feel like what you're doing is absolutely worth it. The fifth point I would say is get ready to get down and dirty. And what I mean with that is, you cannot, as an entrepreneur who's just starting out, can say that job is beneath me. No job is beneath you. I have packed shipments, dropped them at the post office, gone to the cargo hold of an airplane to pick up the boxes from the cargo unit. And it's funny, when my joke for that is, every time when I used to go to pick up my shipment, the people at the cargo hold would always say, "Hey ma'am, please ask your driver to pull up so we can load the car." And I would be like, "I am the driver, so please just put all the boxes in my car." So it's okay. You'll probably be if you're a woman, you'll probably be the only woman in that whole cargo unit. But you know what? It's fine, because you are strong and you can do it. So it is really important that you are willing to do everything. I have vacuumed my warehouse. I have had to find a plumber when the flush in my bathroom in the warehouse was not working. Like everything, right? You have to be willing to do everything and learn everything, because even though you can hire people, at some point you can hire people, it's always good as a business owner to know how everything works. Because someday if one person is not there and suddenly somebody leaves you, you're not left hanging there. You know how to do everything. So I started off from the basement of my house. So obviously all the boxes from the shipment would have to come. I would have to break down all the boxes and throw them in the recycle bin and get everything in my house. Just, when you're starting out, everything is okay to do. Don't shy away from things saying that, "Oh, I've never done that before. Why should I do it now?" No, when you're a business owner, you have to be willing to do everything. And one day when you're big and you have staff, yes, you can allocate tasks to other people. But when you're small and starting out, you have to be careful about every expense. Don't go, just think that, "Oh, I'll just pay somebody to do it." No, because every dollar matters when you're just starting out. And the last point I would say is learn everything yourself. I learned how to advertise on social media. I learned how to reach out, cold email, newspaper, journalists or TV hosts, just to get myself and my brand on these channels so that it would get known, people would find out about it. So all of these different things are very, very important. And just learning to do everything. I knew nothing about running a store. I had been a buyer before, but on the job, I learned everything. And so these are just some things to start off with. There is so much more to it. Like I said in the very beginning, I started this business with just an investment of $500. Yes, do I today get a lot of people reaching out to me wanting to invest in my company? Yes, I would say I receive at least one email a day for people who want to invest in the company, and one email a day of people who want to buy out my company. But you know what? We'll think about it at another time. Right now, I'm enjoying having grown my business, running my business, and it doing really great. So if you want to learn how I financed my first purchase order, which is one of the most important steps of taking that big first flight. Please watch me in the next part of this video. Thank you. Bye.